Take 19. Hey guys, how's it going? So I hope you're having a good day today, and I hope all is going well with you. So for today's video, I'm going to do an opinion video, and I may do a couple more of these in the future. But for today's opinion video, this is going to be about how Lima, Ohio needs an urban station on the radio. So the Lima radio market isn't that huge because, okay, like kind of going down 75, you have Toledo, and then you have Findlay, and then you have Lima, and then going southward, you eventually run into Dayton. So Lima is kind of in the middle of all this. But it's a decent sized town. And they don't have an urban station, despite the fact that they have a reasonable sized Black African American population. So that's a little puzzling. Now, at one point, they actually did have an urban station. I think at first they had one on 104.9 FM. And I think the call letters were, I believe it was WLJM, which stood for Lima Jams. And I believe the station was called Lima Jams 105, or it might have been 104.9 Lima Jams. I'm trying to remember. But that lasted for a little while, but then the owners at the time, which also owned 940 WCIT, ended up moving the urban format to 940 AM and flipping 104.9 to classic hits as was 104 WUZZ, which is now 104.9 The Eagle. And 940 kept the jams format for a while, and I believe at one point, I think they had the Tom Joyner morning show, I think at one point. Now, when I describe this, the urban formats, that's not really in my wheelhouse. I mean, I know about them. I know a little bit about them, but that's not something typically I listen to. But I believe in radio. Every audience, deserves to be served and everything like that. So anyway, they carried Tom Joyner for a while, and the jams format the rest of the day. But then the station flipped to sports, which caused an outcry in the Black African American community, which I can definitely see that, because they really didn't have another choice on the radio. Nowadays, there are much more choices, like people, stream music through their phones and everything like that. They got Sirius XM in the car. But still, in Lima, Ohio, there is no over-the-air station that has an urban format. Now, the market certainly has enough religious stations. They've got enough country stations, in my opinion. And they've got enough rock-based stations. And then they have a CHR station, which is 93.9 KISS FM, which is about the closest thing to maybe an urban station that you'll find. But it's been quite some time now since anyone's really tried the urban format. Now, I tried to look up Lima's radio ratings, and I really wasn't finding a whole lot, as it looks like not really the majority of broadcasters really subscribe to the ratings book. But I'll throw this one out there. Maybe AM 940 and their translator 98.5, maybe they could possibly flip to urban. I'm not sure how well Country Legends is exactly doing in the Lima market. And as I said, there's plenty of other country stations in the area. Because, I mean, you've got 103.7. You've got 92.1. You've got 100.5 from Finley. And it seems like you have enough choices for country on the radio, to tell you the honest truth. So maybe 940 and 98.5 could be a candidate to flip to an urban format. But definitely an underserved radio audience in Lima, Ohio. So what do you guys think? Do you think I'm right about this? Let me know in the comments below. So that's going to do it for this one. I want to thank you so much for watching. Be sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. And as always, guys, have a great rest of your day.